Welcome to Enjoying Life, a program of music, chatter, and friends, designed to put a refreshing moment in your day. Now, please welcome your award-winning hosts, Dr. Jerry and Little Jan.
We always come out here smiling and laughing because you're making faces at me over there in the back.
We don't have to tell everything you know. But there's smiles, throwing her a kiss every once in a while.
That's right.
You know, let's talk about this first song.
All right, let's talk about this
You
first
know,
song.
I love this first song. Years ago, you know, I learned this song when I was younger and put it together and got it going, but it's a song that just kind of tells my story. There'll not be a cabin in glory. I just love that. I'm a preacher's kid. You're not a preacher's kid, are you?
I'm not a preacher's kid. Mm-mm.
So you never lived in parsonage, did you?
No. Mm-mm.
Well, I'm going to admit some of our parsonages were nice. We had some nice ones. But, boy, we had some along the way that was kind of rough. I remember one parsonage we lived in, honey. My dad took a one-car garage, you know, where they used to swing the doors open like this, you know, before we didn't have roller. We know what that was. And he sealed up the doors at the end and cut a hole in the side, and it was a one-car garage, and that was the parsonage. Oh, and we had a pot-bellied stove in there, and Mom cooked on it. We heated it in one room. And it was tough. It was tough, you know, but then we got that church going. Dad got that one going, and he bought a pretty nice little parsonage.
Okay.
But then along the way, then another one we lived in was made out of mud, adobe mud, had chicken wire covering up the mud, you know, and plaster. And it was pretty, but when it rained, the water would get down behind it and have mud in the house, you know.
Oh, my goodness. Is that a true story?
That's a true story.
Oh, gosh.
But along the way, we had some nice ones as well, and God's good. But he promised us a mansion. One night, Jan and I were in bed. We read the scriptures together a lot, and she was reading, and she had a Bible. You know, now I'm a King James man. I don't mind telling you that, but we have other that we study. So she was reading one of the Bibles, and it said, "In my Father's house are many rooms." I stood up in the bed. I said, "I don't like that. I like that one that says, in my Father's house are many
mansions."
I like that. Well, I guess we'd better sing. I've done all the talking today.
Oh, well, that's okay. We want to know about this No Cabins in Glory.
Yeah,
Are you going to sing it now?
Let's do it, okay?
Let's sing
I love
it.
what he says. I will get the best that heaven has for me if I am a victor over sin. When at last I reach that city or the mystic sea, I don't want to barely make it in. There'll not be a cabin in glory, for gold will be the cheapest thing there. And inside those golden gates are palaces of state, and every child of God will be a multi-millionaire. We'll all join in singing the story upon the streets of that eternal strand. And as we dwell with Christ the King, we'll have the best of everything. There'll be no cabins in that land. Jesus told his disciples, in my Father's house are many mansions. I like this verse. I don't want a shanty in some lonely nook, just nestled near a common promenade. I just want a mansion like I'm promised in God's book, friends the sweetest flowers ever made. There'll not be a cabin in glory, for gold will be the cheapest thing there. And inside those golden gates are palaces of state, and every child of God will be a multi-millionaire. We'll all join in singing the story upon the streets of that eternal strand. And as we dwell with Christ the King, we'll have the best of everything. There'll be no cabins in that land. There'll be no cabins in that land. We'll see you in a minute. Oh, I enjoyed singing that song.
That's one of my favorite songs.
There's no cabins in
No
glory.
Cabins in Glory.
I love
like
that.
to hear you sing it.
Well, sweetheart, you make me feel good, and you also make me sound good as you back me up.
Oh,
But that's fun. You know, that is a true
in style, true gospel song. You know what? It's
yes,
a good
that's a
old
gospel song.
3 or 4 chords and a cloud of dust, and I like that. I like that. Well, we have some special guests with us today.
My special friends.
They are. In fact, you booked this group over here today. Did you know that?
I did book them.
Yeah,
and,
because you said we got to have them over here.
Well, there's one of these people in here that have been knowing for a long, long time. And but let's introduce them before.
The group is called Surrender.
Surrender.
But it's made up of Russell and Terry and Sadie. Let's welcome Surrender.
Yeah.
We're glad that you're here. Yay. Okay, now we can go. Here's Russ. You know him. Talk
Well,
about it.
Russell played guitar, bass guitar, yes, bass guitar for Wendy Bagwell and the Sunlighters for quite a long time. He and Kevin Williams, you know, with the Gaithers. It was Russell.
We had a hoot, didn't we?
How long did you play with them?
2 years? Not long enough.
Not long enough.
Not long enough.
Kevin and Russell were probably 2 of the best riding buddies.
Traveling with?
Traveling, yeah.
Were they,
just go
did
along.
they set up sound and all that for you?
Oh, yes, and
you
they
do
would
that?
just do
Carried
anything.
bags. We did it all.
Oh,
Yeah.
carried the bag?
Oh, yeah.
Because
Carried
you had 2
Geraldine's
ladies
bag.
to take care of. When it's a group, a quartet or something, they all do their own.
That's right.
But y'all had to be gentlemen.
We had to
with it.
take care of the ladies.
Yeah. Now, how long ago has that been? When was that?
Late
Well,
80s.
Yeah, because see, Wendy passed away in 96. And then Russell went home back to Alabama when Wendy passed.
Now you have this group Surrendered.
Yes,
Did
sir.
you sing with other groups and have to have other groups along the way? Or?
A couple trios and some family. You know, we sang together. And
Russell and his family are,
Oh, really?
the whole bunch of them are good
Is that right?
pickers.
whole mess of 'em.
And there is a bunch of them.
Did you call Gadsden your home then?
Yeah, I grew up in Gadsden,
Did
so I
you?
went back home to primarily be with my mom. She had turned a little ill, and I spent the last 6 months with her before she passed. So, and then I
Oh,
just
I
stayed.
see.
Then I just stayed in Gadsden.
And so did you call your other groups, were you singing with other family groups or was it your family
It
group?
was always with the family.
It
yes.
was? Did y'all just go by the Wise family or did
Yeah, we did. And one group we had a different name because we were nieces and cousins and sisters.
What
so
did you call that group?
Music City Trio.
Oh, I remember the Music City
Yeah.
Trio.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I don't remember the
Yeah.
Wise family,
Right,
but
right.
I do remember the Music City
Yeah.
Trio.
That's because they're all the way from Alabama, Gadsden, Alabama.
Yeah.
He-
You know, this is a terrible question, but I'm going to ask it, and you're going to have to answer it in a positive way. Did you enjoy traveling with Wendy Bagwell and something?
Oh, it was. If I had a highlight musically, that was it. Being a part of Wendy Bagwell and the Sunlighters.
Thank you,
It was-
Russell,
it
because
was-
you guys were really enjoyable to travel
We
with.
had fun. We
Yeah.
had a lot of
Yes.
fun.
How long have you been playing the bass?
This is really going to put. I remember when I got the call from Ed Harper. He said, "I think Wendy Bagwell and Sunlighters looking for a bass player." I didn't even own a bass. I went and borrowed one,
That's
and then
right.
went that weekend and tried out. So.
Are you kidding? What a story. Well, you know, we'll come back to all this because we don't want to miss anything, but we don't want to miss meeting Sadie and Terry. So tell us about them, and we'll let them do some talking.
Well, Sadie's my niece, and she's
part of the family.
Sadie Renee.
We started
Yes.
about a year and a half ago, and she was just 16 then. She's 17 now. And Terry Latas, he's from down in Alpine, Alabama, and
Wow.
we've been knowing Terry for all our lives. So we've been growing up, going to many singings together. Our buses pass each other, seeing each other on the road. So.
Well, Terry, where is Alpine, Alabama?
It's about 25 miles south of Talladega Speedway.
Talladega.
It's
25 miles south of Talladega Speedway. What a way to identify a place. Everybody knows that.
It's just a
Instead of saying
four-way
Birmingham
stop.
or Anniston, huh?
It's just a four-way stop.
Oh, Alpine's just a four-way stop? How long have you been playing singing?
I've been singing all my life growing up and had a previous group as well, and it's the Latas family, and then that parted, and I just kind of worked my way in here. Well, I didn't work my way. The Lord pushed me in this
I
way.
think that's a great
good.
thing,
That's
Terry.
good.
Yeah.
Well, Sadie, have you been singing? Of course, when you say all your life, that hadn't been too long. But before you joined the group, did you sing with the family at church?
I've sang with my whole family my whole life. Ever since I was 2 or 3, I've sang different genres.
Really?
And about a year and a half ago, I went to my first gospel convention.
Did
I
you?
went to hear the Wise family sing.
Yeah.
And Jay Perrick and Vocal Event sang a song, Sometimes He Whispers, and I felt convicted to sing Southern gospel music that
Did
night.
you
Oh.
So I've been singing ever since.
And Jay who?
Jay Perrick, he used to sing
Oh,
with
I
Gold
know
City.
him. Is he a music director now? Isn't he a
Yes.
music
At
director?
Hillcrest.
And he
Hillcrest.
sang tenor for the
Gold
City.
City.
for
Gold
Gold
City.
City. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
That's just one of the places
and
he
what was the
was.
song he sang?
Sometimes He Whispers.
Sometimes He Whispers.
sir.
I've heard that song.
It's a great
have
song.
to.
That's a good
It
testimony.
is. Thank
Good
you.
testimony, Sadie.
And you made that a decision that night to sing gospel music.
Yes, sir. I went and told Uncle Roo. I said, "You want to go sing?" He said, "Let's go." The next week, and we had 2 or 3 singing. So
Yeah.
it was great.
What'd you call him? Uncle what?
Uncle Roo.
Uncle Roos?
Yes.
Roo, R-O-O.
Is that right?
I like that,
How
Russell.
about that?
That's good.
And we started actually just the 2 of us. And then we added someone else, and our schedule got real busy, and they couldn't keep up with the schedule, and Terry was filling in, and then it got to be where he couldn't go, so we got Terry all the time. So I think we got a better deal with Terry. He's probably the best harmonizer and blender we've ever sang with. So
Now, who of the 3 of you, do you throw the lead around or do you strictly stay in parts?
Sadie sings a lot of our leads, but we all sing, like on our set list on a nightly basis, we'll all sing a few leads. And Sadie does our, I guess, majority, but we throw harmonies around
See,
like crazy.
Russell, being with his family all those years, there was a song. What was the name of the song, Russell, that Wendy Bagwell and the Sunlighters sang?
Looking for Jesus?
Yes,
Okay.
Looking for Jesus. Geraldine had a part, and it's very low. She sings low. And so we got Russell to sing one of Geraldine's verses on that, and he sang with us on the stage.
So you sang with them?
He sure
I am
did.
proud to say, I
He
think I'm
certainly
the
is.
only one that was ever allowed to sing a solo on stage with Wendy
Yeah.
Bagwell. So,
And
Well,
was
how about
so
that?
good.
That's something. And you know, they didn't have a change in the major part of the group like for 40
years, that's right.
amazing. Wow. Sadie, what are some of the songs? What's the song you love to sing?
I love to sing. On our CD, me and Russell co-wrote a song. It's called He's Right There.
Oh, did
it's
you-
kind of like
you
my
co-wrote it?
testimony song. Yes, sir.
Really?
Yes,
Do
sir.
you write the words of the music or you kind of hear the music in your head?
Both. I wrote the lyrics, and Russell kind of did the tune and stuff too. Yes, sir.
Well, isn't that something?
Yes,
So
sir.
is that the only song you've ever written?
Yes, sir. It's my first song ever.
That's your first song.
It won't
Do
be the last,
You
Sadie.
think
Hope
you'll
so.
lean towards that direction?
I hope so. I'd love to do some more songs in the future.
How about you, Terry? Are you a songwriter?
I've wrote 2 that we have on a solo CD of mine.
Oh, my.
And
Already recorded them?
yes,
You wrote a couple and already recorded those.
sir.
Well, isn't that fantastic? So you not only hooked up with singers, you hooked up with some songwriters too. Do you write?
I do. I have 2 on the CD that we have out right now that I wrote. And yeah, I think from what we all do as a group, it's really coming together right nicely.
Well, now, they
I think
can-
it's good that they've got Sadie. I like to call Sadie Renee. I just love that.
That is fine.
And so I'll always call her Sadie Renee. But to have that pretty between the 2 of you, not that you 2 are not pretty, both of you guys are pretty, but she really is pretty.
Well-
And
Well, she
thank
certainly
you.
adds to the appeal. I'll tell you. I don't
Yes,
know about
she
it
does.
musically because I haven't heard them.
Well, I tell it as a joke. I said, well, me and Terry used to sing together, and we sang about twice a month. And we added Sadie. Now we sing about 40 times a month.
Is that right?
She,
Well,
get-
you know, it's
she
hard
gets
to
a lot
put
of
up with
bookings.
just thorns. You
That's
need a
right.
rose.
You need a rose.
Rose between the thorns.
That's good. Well, I know that people want to, people that are watching might want to invite you. How do they reach Surrender? You know, I love your name. How'd you get your name?
We was just sitting around and, throwing things around for names and looking it up because we didn't want to, Google a name and it had already been taken. So we said Surrender, and then we said, well, we wanted to go a little further that because we are surrendered. So
I like Surrender.
that's how it came about.
Love it.
I love that name. I think that's just, it's a wonder somebody hadn't caught on to that in Christian music a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Yeah.
Because, that is truly a wonderful, wonderful name. Have others commented on it?
Yeah, I mean, everywhere we go, especially if we're doing an interview or, you know, some people come up to the table and they'll say, you know, your name just kind of drew us to you. You know, we may not have known who you were, and we saw you on Facebook or we saw you, and then we wanted to come see you because of your name, and that's
Surrendered. Oh, I think that's a good name. How can they reach Russ and Sadie and Terry? How can they reach
You
Surrendered?
can find us on Facebook. It's just under Surrendered. We have a YouTube account. It's Surrendered Gospel. We have Instagram. It's surrendered.gospel. And our website is www.surrender.biz.
How's
You know
that?
what? That sounds so good, but can you go a little slower on
Just
that
a little
part?
slow.
Nobody can write that fast. Give it to us again a little slower, Sadie.
Okay. Facebook is Surrendered. Instagram is surrendered.gospel.
Okay.
YouTube is Surrendered Gospel. And our website is www.surrender.biz.
Dot
And-
what?
Biz.
B-I-Z.
B-I-Z.
B-I-Z. Okay.
And see, the reason that Sadie Renee does it is because Russell or Terry
that's right.
can't even get
She's
near.
our tech.
That's
Oh,
She's our
right.
is she
tech
your
person.
tech?
She's young enough to have it all
That's right.
up there.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, you know, we're going to listen to you sing, and we're going to go to black first, and then we're coming back. So don't go away, because you'll want to enjoy
Yes.
Surrendered with Russ and Terry and Sadie. So when we go to this black, stay with us and come back and enjoy the music. It's going to be something that'll bless you. See you. Isn't it fun talking to our special guest?
It is.
And I'm looking forward to hearing them sing, too.
I'm telling you now, we listen to them in the car, you know.
Yeah,
They're
we
good.
did. They are good. You're going to be blessed. So here is Surrendered singing their latest single, I've Been to the Well. Enjoy.
Well, I've heard about a stream of living water that flows from the throne of the Heavenly Father. I've heard it can quench a thirsty soul. There ain't no doubt I've got to go. I want to go to the well and pray that living water. I want to never thirst again. I want to drink till my cup is overflowing. Stay till I'm satisfied and knowing everyone can tell I've been to the well. Since I drank from the well, I've never been the same. Everything's different, everything has changed. I want to shout it everywhere I go. There's nothing like a well with an endless flow. I want to go to the well and pray that living water. I want to never thirst again. I want to drink till my cup is overflowing. Stay till I'm satisfied and knowing everyone can tell I've been to the well. Put your hands together. I want to go to the well and pray and find that living water. I want to never thirst again. I want to drink till my cup is overflowing. Stay till I'm satisfied and knowing everyone can tell I've been to the well. I want to drink till my cup is overflowing. Stay till I'm satisfied and knowing everyone can tell I've been to the well. I've been to the well.
Amen. Hey, this next song we're going to do for you. You know, you got many choices in your lifetime.
I'm honored to say I'm always thankful that my mom was pro-life. But you know, the biggest decision you're ever going to make in your life is choosing Jesus Christ as your Savior. And you'll never regret that decision. Listen to a song that says, I choose Christ.
It was not the path I would have chosen. I could see no hope from where I stood. And even though I knew what God had promised, I didn't see how He could work it for my good. Yet that road where pain was my companion took me to an unexpected place. And standing in the middle of the darkness, that was where my heart would learn to say, I choose Christ when everything around me says give up. I choose faith, I choose to trust, to believe He is good. He'll come through like He said He would every time. Oh, I choose Christ. I don't know the story He's unfolding, but I know in His will He has a plan. So every day my prayer is to surrender, even when it's hard to understand. I choose Christ when everything around me says give up. I choose faith, I choose to trust, to believe He is good. He'll come through like He said He would every time. Oh, I choose Christ. His grace is sufficient, whatever happens in my life. I've made my decision, no matter what the price. I choose Christ when everything around me says give up. I choose faith, I choose to trust, to believe He is good. He'll come through like He said He would every time. Oh, I choose Christ. I believe He is good. He'll come through like He said He would every time. Oh, I choose Christ. I choose Christ. I choose
Amen, amen, amen. I'll tell you what, that is so good.
Russell?
Who wrote that one?
Gerald Crowd.
Is
Well,
that right?
my
Boy,
goodness.
isn't that a good song?
That's a great song.
I choose Christ. Isn't that good?
Isn't that good?
We're
Good
so
job,
glad y'all
Russell.
came to be with us today.
Well, we're honored to be here.
And that is a great song. Is that your new, what's your new single, the Well
The
song?
well song is, we're thinking about I Choose Christ for a
Well,
later
maybe
time.
that'd be the
Oh, my
second hit.
Maybe
of that
so.
album.
I hope so, because
Well,
that's a
thank
good
you
one.
for coming.
Thank you
we
for having us,
I
William.
know you're fixing to walk off the set, but I wanted to tell you that
Yes.
is a winner song.
Thank you.
That
We enjoy
really
singing
is.
it everywhere.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you, Russell.
Wasn't that good?
Wasn't that a good song?
My goodness,
Ooh.
I choose Christ. And I love that. I've been to the well. That's a good song.
That's a good song too.
And I just enjoyed it so very, very much. They made good guests. We'll have to have them back. You
All
know?
right, let's
and
do
they
that.
can sing too.
They can
And we'll
sing.
have to hear Terry take a lead, and Russ sing a lead like he did with the Sunlight.
I know, that was so much fun. That was so much
We
fun.
want to hear from you folks. You know, you can reach us on the web at www, and you can, it's Dr. Jerry and Little Jan at WATC.com. They
Yeah,
can
I
reach
think
us
that's
there.
it.
Yeah.
You can stream us.
And you can stream us. We'd love to have a message or something from you in the email. We read a lot of those, you know, and
We
they
certainly
kind of
do.
encourage us too.
Oh my goodness.
And a lot of people have ordered our books, and
They
they've
have.
ordered our
Echoes
CDs.
Echoes of My Heart.
Echoes of My
Yeah.
Heart.
I'd love for all of you to have it, yeah.
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 That's a great book, Echoes of My Heart. It'll get you through some rough spots. Got you through some rough spots,
Yes,
didn't
it did, yeah.
And then, of course, mine, In His Service and Grace and Grit. That's two of my latest books. And my history books, the church history books that I've written. But unless you're into studying church history, they're kind of dry, but they're exciting about when you see all that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for viewing. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
a part of Enjoying Life today. Keep us tuned to your television set or to your email or however you're getting us. Call a friend, tell them to join us. And remember our motto, no matter where you are, take Christ as your partner and enjoy life.
life.